Okay, so today is the 30th of December. Yeah, tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Just came through the door today. And good job that I asked my dad as well whether anything came in the post, because my mum said no. And if she'd have spotted this little flat packet thing, she would have assumed it was nothing in there and probably would have chucked it, but thankfully my dad spotted it. It's a rubber belt. Yeah, now this cost me £6, and you might be thinking, some people probably are thinking, £6 for a rubber belt? Are you mental? Well, basically the reason it is this price is because these are custom made, and for those who are in basically the cassette decks and other things, you will probably recognise these. I've bought from them before, but basically this Iowa cassette player, personal cassette player here, which I've had for a while, now I've had for a year or two now, I've noticed it's running a bit slowly, and I think it was initially, and that is most likely because the belt here is a bit loose. So basically what I've done is just bought a new belt for it. Now, one of these now, to get one of these now on eBay, because I paid, I don't know, 10-15 quid for this. The price on this now, the cheapest one on eBay currently, is £60, and that is just for a loose one like this. So yeah, the price has gone up kind of exponentially. I'm going to take that belt. Well, that belt came very. Oh, okay. Yeah, that belt has been. If I just compare it to that one, you can see there that the original one has been stretched quite a bit. Now, what I also did is I also took a picture of the belt in there, just so I would know the correct path to get the belt in. So let me put that in now. So yeah, if you ever buy any sort of cassette player and it sounds like it's running a bit slow, then that can be one of two things. One, it needs new belts. And this can also be the case if the belts have completely perished and just turned to goo, where it's turning on but it's not. You can hear the motor going but nothing's moving. Or it could also be that the motor speed needs to be changed. So that can be another thing. But yeah, let me just hopefully pop this on easy so it goes over the top of that one. Right, I'm going to have to put my phone, prop my phone down over there and prop this up. So I'm just eyeballing this. Now, I could use a pair of tweezers, though I don't want to for a couple of reasons. One, there's not much room anyway. And two, I don't want to damage the belts, but I think this should be alright. Yeah, I'm hoping this should be alright, and we'll just hopefully get the belt on that last flywheel there. There we go. But this isn't my main cassette player, my main portable one. This is just my other one. Because this one's the only one I've got that also has Dolby noise reduction that's still working. And yeah, there we go. I'll just put, before I pop on the back cover again, I'll just put a couple of batteries in there. There we go, we can see it's working. You can see inside that spinning around. Let's reverse it. Yeah, the auto reverse and auto stop are all still working, so yeah, to me that is a win-win. So yeah, for £6, you know, just putting in a new belt. It may seem a lot to some people, but yeah, it was just running a bit slow, but it was noticeable. It was noticeable. slow. So yeah, basically a lot of the time on a cassette player, whether it be portable, particularly the portable ones, because they're more out and about and exposed to more heat, and the belts are generally thinner. Because on a regular cassette deck, you could just get away with using, you know, just a pack of regular belts that you could get for a couple of quid. This one, not so much. I've also taped the 2 screws to the back of here, because there's 2. I'll just show you there. 2 teeny tiny screws that keep the whole thing together. Right, so the rest of this should hopefully, if I line this up correctly like that, it should just hopefully snap. Yep. There we go, the rest of it just snaps back into place. I remember I had to clean this out a little bit as well when I initially got it. And the reason is because the previous owner of this, where I bought it off eBay, it was clearly a smoker because it stank of smoke, so I had to clean it out. And yeah. I can tell you also, for these kind of jobs, an electric screwdriver like this, which sounds like a dentist drill, but these things do make the job a heck of a lot easier. Not so much on this, but like particularly like for PCs and that. I know there's the Linus Tech Tip screwdriver, which, yes, I'm sure is really good. But for me, especially living in the UK, not worth the money. Nowhere near worth the money, especially considering, you know, if I've got enough screwdrivers. But yeah, I've never talked about the Linus screwdriver before. The Linus Tech Tips one, which I think is $60. But if I wanted to get it imported to the UK and that, you know, cost us a fair bit. But there we go, those 2 screws back on there, and there we go. We now have a fully working, properly working again, personal cassette player, so hooray for that. These are also pretty useful if you want to just digitize cassettes. This one actually has a DC input there, though I've never found a DC barrel plug that'll actually fit it. So yeah, there we go. That's a nice little simple job there. There. Though I'm just going to run it off rechargeable batteries, and despite what some people say, the rechargeable batteries generally just work fine. And if they don't, you'll quite quickly notice if they're running incorrectly. Anyway, I got this from a charity shop today. The Woman in Black. Now, I remember when this first came out, I saw it in the cinema, and it was, I think, the first like proper horror film I saw in the cinema, and it gave me nightmares, and that was for one scene. And that is when the Woman in Black screams and you see it zooms in and you see her face, and that was a thing. This was £1 in a charity shop, but clearly it had lived at CEX at one point as well. So let's hope I can take these. Oh god, CEX, why? But yeah, what jumped out at me is that it had the slip card. I hate CEX's price tag and things because the skids and that just rip off. There we go. They don't come off in one go. They just kind of rip. But let's see. Let's try the charity shop sticker. Oh no, I hate it, especially when it's on cart. But yeah, slipcase, and it's one of them ones. It's an interesting one where they make it a little bit small so the Blu-ray logo pops out, and that they don't tend to do that anymore. Let's have a look at the wow, it's even got a booklet in there. I didn't notice that. It's even got a booklet. A little bit frayed at the top there. I think this is just, yeah, it's just an advertising booklet. Okay. But yeah, someone kept this in good condition, apart from a couple of fingerprints on the disc, which I can easily wipe off. Yeah, whoever owned this previously, really, well, there are one or two people that either didn't bother with it at all, or the person who took care of it, and I think it's usually the latter. It's usually the latter because, yeah, whoever had this before me initially took care of it. But yeah, someone had this initially, then they sold it to CEX, then someone from CEX bought it, and presumably either never used it or whatever, and then it ended up in a charity shop. That is always fascinating when that happens. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, a little bit of paper there stuck to the bottom bit. Get that off there again. So, there we go. With its nice little slipcase there, so hooray. So yeah, that's me, because I've seen this in charity shops in various places as well, but the main thing was that jumped out at me that made me go, alright, I'll get it, is because it had the slipcase. Yeah, that you generally do not see these days, so yeah. Now, something else I got today, I got from Smith's. I had to go hunting for this because most places had sold out of them, and the only one in my area that near to me that still had them in stock, they only had 4 in. In fact, I think they had 2 in by the time I got in there. Was this? So yeah, this cost me $22.99. Interestingly, even though it had been out for a while, I've seen it. Unlike the other sets in there, this is the only one that never went on sale. It always just stayed at the $22.99. I think, unless it was £30 originally, but didn't see any sale. Now, all but one of these minifigures, I already own. The only one I don't is the classic Amy figure, and simply being the reason for that is because, you know, it was just one that wasn't on my priority at the time. It was just one I remember seeing. I remember seeing it when it was out, just there regularly, but I never bothered. At the time, I just thought, oh, well, it's one I'll get later down the line. And I waited too long, and now it's, well, it's not like it's basically no longer generally available or being made. It's being discontinued. And, yeah, the ones I've seen online and that were wanting more. So, yeah, than this set was. So, which is why I got this set. There we go. And I've got a feeling, because this happened before, I remember, I've got a feeling I'm going to see this in a shop at some point, singularly. But if they do, I'll get it singularly. But the good news is that with this, I'll open it. I don't tend to open the minifigures because they're on blister cards, but this, since it's a window box, I can open it and put it back in. So, yeah, I can actually show these off. So let's have a look at the reason I bought this. God, they're really in there. How the hell do you meant to get this out? Oh, I'm nearly breaking the bloody plastic window just to get this thing out. Jesus Christ, there we go, it's out. There we go, put the light down a bit. There we go. Classic Amy. And yeah, I am very glad that they didn't stick with this appearance. To be honest, out of the Amy looks, I prefer her Boom look the most, actually. There we go. But, yeah, there we go. Oh no! Come on, lighting. But yeah, there's that one. Let's see if I can get her back in. This is going to be the challenge. Oh no, she went back in surprisingly easily. Let's get the Robotnik out, or Eggman, or whatever you want to call him. Again, I do have one of these loose individual releases. There he is. It's quite light, actually. He stands up surprisingly well, actually. He's got big, fat, flat feet, but yeah, despite being top-heavy, he stands up pretty well because the other of these like minifigures and that I've opened before, they generally don't stand up very well because they're all generally top-heavy. I just noticed Knuckles and Tails have little ties on the bottom there, whereas none of the others do. Let's get the Sonic out. Oh, and also that's the other weird thing, yeah. But yeah, these old classics. I swear the promotional image shows a modern Knuckles and rather than a classic one. I'm gonna double check this, but yeah. Let me find the picture. Yeah, it does. So if we look at the picture, the promotional image on the Smith's Toys website, you can see there, that is a modern Knuckles in the promotional image. Yet the pictures of it and the box are clearly the classic one. So yeah, because otherwise that would have been odd for that to be the one and only modern figure in there, and the rest of them are just classics. Let's get the Sonic out there and we'll leave it at that. Come on. Come on out. He wants to come out, come on. But yeah, who knows, who knows. They may get them back in at some point. I don't think so. It did say on their website, we are not expecting any more in. There we go, there's the Let's Put My Hand Up in the Air Sonic. Classic Sonic. But yeah, there we go. Quite like that. It's quite nice. So yeah, individually, these figures would be $6.99 each. So getting them in a 5-pack like this is actually a pretty decent price and a pretty decent way to get them. But yeah, I remember though when the set came out, I think I either wasn't aware of it at the time or I'd already gotten the figures at the time. Most of them, which is why I held off on it so long. But yeah, I mainly just got it just for that Amy. And slightly annoyingly for me, it actually has a little tab on the top like there. Though I've never seen them hooked up like that because again, they don't. It's not really designed to be hooked up. Yeah. But there we go. So yeah, happily got some stuff, and I might as well show this on this channel. But when I was at B&M, literally next door to the Smiths, I got this, which is the David Bradley First Doctor TARDIS set, which is extremely difficult to find, at least find in a B&M. Finding it online is dead easy. We'll be paying through the nose for that. But yeah, that's my third one of those I've got, because it was there and I thought, well, might as well get a third one just in case, you know, the other one I've got here, in case this one decides to ever die or whatever. But this one I actually just keep on my desk, along with some Daleks. I always keep Daleks on my desk. I say on my desk, I keep them on my actual laptop and that itself. Yeah. If you're interested, I should say this more, but if you're interested in any Doctor Who stuff, then go to my other 6-sec channel, the regular 6-sec channel, where I review pretty much, you know, Doctor Who merchandise and episodes and blah 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 blah. But yeah, all of that stuff. So, hooray for that. So yeah, this is basically in items to unbox all night. So I will show one more thing. This isn't mine. This is from my friend. He was looking for this. I've no idea. I've never seen or heard of this film, but he asked me to get this because he wanted the slipcover variant. and the slipcover is now becoming difficult to get. So yeah, I happened to be in HMV at the time, and I got that from there. Oh, I forgot to mention this. This I got yesterday as well. I got this yesterday. I saw this. So Take That documentary, and what was interesting, on the back it says, was £1 now 40p. Then on the front there's a sticker that says seal 50p, but it was on the spine that got me to it. 20p, and this indeed was 20p. When I initially got the disc, it was fingerprinted to hell, but it did rip alright. I'm assuming they've written that number on there in permanent mark. I should be able to get it off. But yeah, this isn't a concert, this is just a documentary. And I was talking to my friend about it, because my friend's mum, his mum is a very big Take That fan, and he wanted to get this for his mum because apparently the Blu-ray is pretty rare. Which, weirdly, I saw this in a charity shop in Sunderland today, and it was £2 in there, though. God, British Heart Foundation is bloody expensive as hell. Yeah, we got a booklet. There's a bunch of images on that in there. Yeah. Hooray, hooray, hooray. It's weird to think, when you think about classic Take That, you know, classic Take That only had 3 albums. And then they had two albums when there was 4 of them. And then, obviously, they had Progress and then Progressed with Robbie when he came back. And I think they've had 3 albums with just 3 of them. So, yeah, interesting. But, yeah, there we go, people, there we go. I don't think there's anything else to show or mention, so, yeah, this is an items to unbox, all on its own, right in one go, so, hope you enjoyed it.